Hi, my beautiful people. So, I know I haven't been keeping up with my daily vlogs and all of that, but there is so much to do and so little time, and I be feeling so lazy sometimes. But, guys, I read the book of Matthew. And I enjoyed it. I loved it so much. I love the book of Matthew. Love it. I learned so much. It was so informative, and you guys should definitely give it a read. For those of you that already read the book of Matthew in the Bible and feel the way how I feeling right now, then you will get me. Those of you who haven't as yet, guys, just read it. I learned so much. I learned about Jesus' birth. I learned about King Herod. I learned about having faith. I learned about Jesus' death. I learned about his resurrection. I just kept on learning things, like I know these stories already. Yeah, I did. But the thing is, I never actually read it for myself. I read it from like storybooks. Like, sometimes we'll have like books with different things like Daniel in the lion's den, the Israelites and the wall of Jericho, Jesus's birth, and all of that. It would have stories like that in books, but to say like actually read the Bible and read it for myself, I never really did it. Like I tried reading the book of Genesis. I tried starting the Bible from the beginning, and it really wasn't working out for me, because for years I've been trying to get into reading the book of the Bible from Genesis, and I keep on reaching to like, I think it's the story, but also way past the story of Rebecca and Leah and Jacob. Like I guess a little way past that, and then after it's like gone goes. Can't finish it. And this year, today's the 15th, by the way, guys. I started reading the book like the 5th of January or something like that. This year, I said, you know what? I'm gonna actually give it another try, and I'm going to just pick a book of the Bible, not necessarily start from the front. Just pick a book and read. And I picked the book of Matthew. Not because my boyfriend name is Matthew, but because I really wanted to read the book of Matthew. So I did. And guys, I loved it. I really loved it. Like I learned so much. I learned about judging persons and whatnot. Sometimes you might be speaking the truth about someone, like talking the truth. Like we say, someone is always doing something wrong constantly, and they're like, you like, I'm not directly telling them, but I'm saying it to someone else. That person always doing something wrong. Like they can never seem to do anything right, even though that may be the truth. And yes, we know it is the truth, because I'm literally talking about them to someone else. That is me judging them, and you're not supposed to do that. And I was like, bro. I felt so proud of myself that I actually got the chance to, finish it. 10 days. It took me 10 days, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every single verse that I read. By the time I stepped into Matthew chapter 2, I go on clear. I went clear. I was like, yeah, this is it. And every single day, every night, whenever I get spare time, I would just read, and I would write down like important things that happen, like Jesus's birth and all of the different things. I would literally write down how it happened. I learned about Simon Peter, all of his disciples. I learned their names. It's like, hey boy, guys, the book of Matthew is so good. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm so excited for the Bible, guys. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait to read the next chapter. I'm going to be reading the book of either Daniel or Revelations. I'm going to start that tomorrow morning. But this one was good. You guys need to get to read it. Like, it was so good, guys. It was so good. And you know, after like reading the book and everything and speaking to persons and all that, because for me, in order for me to remember everything that I read, like, I would have to continue talking about it. So I always have to have someone that I could actually talk certain things with. So be like, you know, the book come at you, see this, and the book come at you. That will be me, right? You. That will be me, right? You until it really stick in my head, because I need to read it for myself in order for me to understand everything. Not just hear someone say it and be like, okay, my pastor said it, so that is what I know. No. Read it for yourself and understand everything clearly, and then go back to the Bible anytime you need to reference anything. Go back to it. That's what I've been doing. And the funniest thing to me in the book of Matthew was Jesus kept on saying, "O ye of little faith," right? And when you read it, you will understand why it was so funny. So, for example, Peter, one of his disciples, they were on a boat. Like, the disciples were on a boat and they saw Jesus coming, but when they saw the person, they thought it was a ghost. So they were like, a ghost or whatever, or something like that, right? And then Jesus said, "It is I." So Peter was like, "Lord, permit me to allow me to come out to you," basically to walk on the water to meet him too, right? So Jesus said, "Come, child." And Peter started walking on the water. But then I think when he looked back, he saw a storm or something like that. And when he noticed, I don't know what happened, but like his feet literally sunk and he just started to sink in the sea. And he was like, "Lord, save me." And Jesus was like, "O ye of little faith." Like, I am right here. You really think I'm going to let you die? I am right here. I am right here and you have no faith? Like, come on, Peter. Come on. But yeah, guys. So it was like those things, those moments when Jesus kept on saying, "Oh, ye of little faith," and the reasons why he was saying it was just so funny. And then the other thing that was so funny, for some reason he was like, "How much longer do I have to stay here in this generation?" And I was like, wait, Jesus really thought just like us. Jesus really thought just like us, right? Yeah, but when he was here on earth with us, at the point in time, like in flesh. But I also learned something very important too. I learned that you really need to treat others like if we're all brothers and sisters. So the fighting, the bickering, the gossiping, all of that, you're not supposed to have it. You're not supposed to have it. You're supposed to actually treat everybody like if they're brothers and sisters. And I'm literally working on that as well. Like, even though it's had some person, somebody just be like, you need to pray for them. You really need to pray for them. Like, you're going to think some real sickening thoughts. Ask God to just help you to control your thoughts. And the thing is, like, if you realize that you're starting to think negative, I love water. Yeah. But if you realize that you're starting to stay negative, guys, read a scripture. Start to pray. Do something. Don't continue with the negative thought. Pray. And I'm literally trying that as well. Like, every time that I realize that, hey, I'm going to be thinking something negative, I'm just going to try to read the Bible or scripture, or I'm going to pray. I'm going to start doing it. Also, I know I'm saying things real jumble up and all over the place right now, but guys, yeah, the Bible question is so interesting. But, you know, Marie, she's my sister, I'm like, I started talking to her as well. She was the reason why I started reading the Bible too. She was one of the reasons too. But yeah, like talking to her and everything about it, you get to understand certain things as well. I'm like, okay. And I will understand why certain things in the book of Matthew is said and whatnot. And you also understand that Jesus, God, He is not our genie in a bottle. So sometimes you may be praying for something and saying, yeah, God, I want it to happen by XYZ date, XYZ time. But we are the ones serving Him. He's not serving us. His timing is the right timing. Our timing might never align with the timing that He has planned for us. Because we might be rushing something. And while we're out here rushing it, forgot to make it happen quickly. It's because you get it, but that is not what you really wanted. You understand? So wait on God's timing. Pray about it, yeah? And just wait. You need to have some patience. And that's something I don't have at all, patience. But guys, I am trying my best. I'm honestly going to be trying my best. And I'm going to move on to the next chapter. And we'll see how it goes. Well, to the next Bible. Book of the Bible. See how it goes. But it was amazing, guys. It was so amazing. It was healing. It was healing to me. And I also learned that on the day of judgment, everyone is going to be divided like goats and sheep. So the sheep, which will be at the right hand side, are the ones that followed God's will. And the goats, which will be on the left hand side, will be people obviously, but sheep and goats, you understand what I mean? They will be on the left hand side. So, they learn about all the things that are going to happen before Jesus comes. I'm like, oh, okay. That's a lot. But guys, yeah. So that's just me for tonight. So I'm gonna start off the other book. Probably. I really want to get into Revelation and see what it says, and then go back to David. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I love you guys. Read the book, please.